All right, students, there was some confusion on the Oreo lab, and that's my fault, and I apologize that I was not clear on doing that. So this is the Oreo lab that you're filling out, and you were supposed to have had this part finished before you came into class today. If you didn't, just go back to do it now. Typically, you can't do a hypothesis afterwards because it's a prediction, but it's our first one. So if you have to go back and do it that way, just make a note out to the side that you did that so that we know you did, and it's no big deal. We'll move forward from there. Some students are just writing directly on this using the pen function on your iPad and then saving it that way or taking a screenshot of it. If that doesn't work for you or you can't figure out how to do that, there are some software programs that will let you write on a PDF. You could do that, or you can just write on another piece of paper and just show me the other piece of paper. It won't fit into the exact same bubbles, but it doesn't matter to me how you get the information down. Just get it down. Do what's easiest for you. I'm totally flexible with that part. But this is what's confusing most students. So what we collected in class today should have been like our group data, because we as a whole class were working as one group. And so I was the one who messed this up for you because we didn't do 3 sets of cookies for our group just to save time. We only did 1. So you can ignore this chart if you would like. You can just ignore it and then use this one that I posted to Google Classroom. This is the average from lots of different lab groups. So one lab group, this was what their average was, and here's a second lab group and their average. You can just put what we collected, and it would go into this last place. And what you're going to do with that is use it to fill in this chart down here, table B, where it's the average. And so what you have to do is once you have your set of data, what we collected, when you've added it to this, find the average of the mass of regular Oreo. Find that average and then come over here and put it into the average mass of a whole cookie of a regular Oreo, and do the same for all of the other sections. Let me go through to see. So then on this one, all that you were doing, and these are all just doing some practice of some lab skills that you need to have as we do AP Bio. For this, all you're doing is taking this number you had back here, okay, our average regular Oreo cookie in grams. You're going to put it here. Now we're going to convert it to milligrams. And so this chart up here helps you to do that if you can't remember how to do it. And it tells you if you're moving up the ladder, to convert, you divide by 10 for each step you take up the ladder. And if you're moving down the ladder, you're going to multiply by 10 by each step that you take down it. So you're just converting. So you're converting from grams to milligrams to kilograms for this one. And then over here, you're doing the exact same thing. But this is the mass of the filling instead of the mass of the entire cookie. So you would just be practicing your conversions. Okay, and then you have your graph that you're going to do here. And again, you can write directly on here and do your graph, or if that doesn't work for you, you can do it on your own piece of paper and take a picture, whatever's going to make most sense for you. Make sure that you draw and follow all these, give it a title, add labels for each of the axes, including units. And so make sure that you do that. And then it says use a ruler to make your bars. If you can do that with the graph paper without using the ruler and you're pretty precise, great. If not, use your ruler. Just make it look kind of nice. AP Bio, when they grade you, will grade you on making sure you do a good job on that. But then you are going to do these conclusion questions. So answer those. And again, you can just put them on your own piece of paper. If it's faster for you to type into a doc, whatever it is that makes sense to you, I'm okay with that. And then you do need to choose one of these, pick which number it is that you want, and then answer the question. And so number 7 says, what are some new research questions that this experiment or observation could lead to? Design an experiment to answer one of these new questions. I'm not expecting a 7-page write-up. I'm not expecting a 1-page write-up, but what would be some other questions that came from it? And then briefly tell me how you would test it. I don't mean write out step by step every little thing you would do, but give me the general idea. So for example, our research question we did is we wanted to know whether double stuffed Oreos had double the filling of regular. And so what we did is we weighed the amount of filling in regular Oreos, and then we weighed the amount of filling in double stuff, and we compared it. So that's what we're talking about, but you would come up with a different question. Hopefully this helps you a little bit.